almost 6 o'clock. Quite getting a light I want here, but man. Oh, I know what the problem is. Sorry. That'll work. What? Whoopsie. Alright. Don't think it wants to be there. Whoa. Tilting too. Oh, that wasn't tilting before. It's tilting now. I mean, it's almost hold in place. Wow, that's not doing it either. Well, I haven't had this problem since I only had a few weeks, but wow, I feel like tilting and I can't seem to stop it. Here we go. Hopefully that'll hold. I just gotta watch what I do, I guess. Okay, well, it's past 6 now. And let's go.
It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're old and gray. It's alright. I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright. You'll be fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun don't shine. It's alright. I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day. Take a look, take your pick.
I'm going to push that right there. Hey, trying to get them not move, and let's see what's causing it. Okay, that should stop it. 6:02 p.m. August 3rd, 2026. I thought I'd share Simple Simon and Other Rhymes. Fade Dennis Waterman off. I think I've got this going. Do I have sound on? No. Wow, why does that look so fuzzy? Definitely looks fuzzy. I think I hear something else. I guess it's just that now I'm getting a little delay here. What the hey? All right, hopefully you're okay when you're seeing this. That looks fine. Or is it that I'm turning the pages? I'm not sure. This is another of the ones that I was having before. I don't know what's going on. If you can see this okay, that's... I'm not even up to date here. Colts, they're also horses. I mean, colts are a number of things. There's other critters named colts when they're young. If the picture looks weird, let me know. I suddenly have a problem with the stand I didn't have before, and I don't know why. I'm trying to change this. No, it is definitely... Is it how I have this? Gee whiz, I didn't have any problems with it here until today. I have to do something about... I'll have to do something about that. Whoa, now everything's moving around. Sorry, hold on. This was not something... I don't know what's causing this. Should I do that? Does that make it more steady? Okay, I guess maybe that does it. Let me see. it's as fuzzy as can be. Oh, it flipped on me. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. I don't know how to unflip. Oh, I see where if I flip. There we go. Okay. Now it looks like it did it. Sorry. Also looks like the screen this maybe a little needs to be cleaned, whatever it is. Yeah, there. Sorry, I could have done all this earlier. I just didn't know it was a problem. Okay, let me see where I am here. This is another of the same series I had before. I showed before. It's a linen type. The other one had a date though. Does this? So you have San Gabriel, Lynette. The other one had a date at least. This doesn't even have a date. Just Sam L. Gabriel and Sons, New York. No credit to anything. I don't know if I've shown this. I don't think I've shown. I've got 4. They're different time periods. This looks like it's earlier still. 30s, 20s, late 20s, 1930-ish. Just a style. Like the World War II one I showed looked more World War II time. 40s. Printed USA number 473 with the letter G. And this, but I don't know what it means. Very nice little paintings. Were these today? Probably trashed. Probably no longer exist. I see there's a bad dent in here, but I noticed that none of the others I have are dented. So this happened before, by whoever owned it before I bought it. And again, this was part of a set of 4, and I don't know where I bought them. But I think it may have been North Carolina, which I'll be heading back to in a few weeks here. All right. Very nice illustrations in general, yeah. Okay. I was going to... Oh, let's see what I'll do here. I gotta get rid of this. This has to go away, hopefully. Wow. 7 minutes and I haven't drawn a thing. Wow, I'm trying to disconnect this and I can't. I can't get my hand in a draw. There we go. All right, now what to draw? I don't know. I'm not even. I'm not going to pull from the box. I was going to do something about our District 2 County Commission race, but I won't do that. So you're drawing 2. Are they? Are your birds playing pinochle? Not sure if I'll be doing a live on Wednesday. I've got a meeting to go to. It's in the morning. I'm just not sure if I'll be back. I should be, but I don't know. Well, I've learned I definitely need to try to take a day where I get out and about, because I'm just staying here working on. Today I've been on the phone a few times. Got my trip all set up for a. I don't know why it's just coming to me. You want to put goggles? Something I hate to draw, I'm about to do. You're going shopping. Well, I may hit some. I like to find a good bookstore. I could use some bookstore time. But I'm not worried. Unless I drive into Niceville, there's really no. I know there's a bookstore there. Something has books. What I'm doing here. I was thinking of drawing a child and a mouse, and maybe the mouse is hiding. No, I'm not doing any of that. And get a chance to do a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it if you think it's worthy. You know, one thing, I'm going to have to get this to drop a little bit. Because it appears I'm going to draw this mouse in a car. Where do you go shopping for, Shay White? Now, do you go over to London to do that, or you go down a local? I know y'all. Where I'm going to is a little small little area. There's not even a mall. There was a mall in Fort Walton Beach, but it's gone. It was mostly torn down last year, a year ago when I was here, being torn down. I'll probably go check. Maybe I'll check it out on Wednesday. Be too far from it. I'm gonna definitely go to Taco Town, a favorite of mine. I don't like tacos, but this is a different kind of place. I was there a year ago, and everybody loved it. Hello, Lane Cornelius. Are you going shopping Wednesday? Still getting things firmed up. Looks like I've got things definitely coming in on the 17th, 18th. 17th, I'm going to pick up some mail and go to a meeting. And the 18th, going to go vote, go get ice cream with some friends. Things are shaping up on the 19th of indeed going to Brevard County. I have two sources that might be taking me there. So I'm going to try to do a Gabriel stop. And we'll be on the way back. But I won't know if it's going to be my half-brother Jeff or Frank Gordon. I talked to Frank again today, but we didn't talk about that. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I just kicked it. Oops. Still got this arm now, and now I've just got to stop kicking it. No pencils, I'm making this up as I draw. Hello, Cameron Moses. Yes, there is a lot of joy in this. Of course, I haven't put the semi-automatic in yet, but it's coming. Don't worry. I like ice cream too. Yeah, we're gonna go get a bunch of friends. Gonna go get ice cream, scoops. And then probably head back on the 20th. So if any of the Cornelius gang wants to join over at Gabriel's, let me know. That won't be ice cream. Well, maybe I'll get a shake while I'm there. What the hey? Oh, that does look like a weird car. Look how I should have done that differently. Again, I'm doing this without pencils. It's a very long body to that, isn't it? Oh boy. Hold on, this is where I need this other brush. Drop by there after your work. Now I forgot. Where's your workplace? How far away are you from Gabriel's? Remember, school will be back on at that point. So there'll be the Edgewater crowd. Will be hanging around there. Oh man, I should have done this a little differently. Notice how see how that thick line really helps pump that out? Line quality means everything. Of course, I'm usually using. I'm about to. Sorry, I'm getting a commercial. I tend to run a lot of stuff from Shay White's neck of the woods. Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. So I get a lot of British ads. They think I'm in the UK. I'm at I-4 and Anderson. At the moment, are you standing on the street corner waving at people and they're throwing things at you? Oh, you're at I-4 and Anderson? I-4 and Anderson. Oh, okay, you're near City Hall where I worked. Thank you, Shay White. Thank you, Cameron Moses. Just say it's a caddy. Oh yeah, there you are. It's a mouse and it's a car. They get their own kind of cars. Specially built. Are you in the old OUC building? Or are you working underneath the highway? Are you underneath the highway with well, it's a weird looking car. But it's a mouse, it doesn't matter. I mean, I go for Shay White with who does all the drawings of ballet. You don't have to be accurate. Oh, 100 Columbia Street. I know where you are. Good old Columbia Street. All right, so that's not too bad. You can just drive the wrong way on Huey and get on Colonial. Just, just like this car. Drive along Huey and just race as fast as you can. All the other cars coming at you, just weave around them, and you get at Colonial, whip around left-handed into whatever's in your way. Don't let nothing stop you. Be this mouse. Yeah, well, of course not. You could take, you could have taken Paramore if a stupid soccer stadium wasn't put in the way. You can go around it. You can take, hold on, what did I do with his fingers? He's missing one. Oops. I'm going to put his finger out. There we go. And then we draw a tire under here. Where was he going? What am I doing? He was driving. Here, we'll make it like the UK. Maybe take Old Westmoreland if you have to. You can take Westmoreland. That's actually a lot easier. You can take Westmoreland to Colonial, take a right, and take a left on Colonial. Cars really don't have bumpers anymore, do they? Let's see if I'll make these. Start talking about College Park, and I'm thinking of ducks. I'm thinking of Lake Adair, and I think of ducks. It's where I grew up, born, raised. Know the pronunciation of words. Yeah, I definitely plan to see my elementary school art teacher. Have not solidified that, but we did solidify the dates and leave on Friday the 21st. So I'm basically going to come back from this trip on the 20th. Oh my gosh, we're talking about leaving the 21st. Hold on, is that right? Hold on, I'm getting myself in all kinds of trouble. I wasn't thinking about it. Whoops. If I come back on the 20th, we're leaving the 21st. Ye gods. And that won't be back till the 26th, a Wednesday. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. My stars. I hope to do a live out there, and I'd love to do I think maybe Elaine remembers Alex. Love to try to do a live with Alex in North Carolina. Of course, that's all in the area that just got had all that flooding. I've been seeing some photos. Of course, we'll have to find a place to do that. We'll be at a courthouse. Maybe I can ask the judge, hey, judge, get the hell out of your seat. We're going to do a video here. Move it. I pay for you to be here, pal. You think the judge will like that? Oh, here, I forgot what I was doing. So there's a duck driving a car, which you don't see every day. Every other day, maybe, but not every day. Used to be ducks all around there at Anderson because they were coming off Lake Lucerne and they'd waddle around. Not, I guess they can go as far as Columbia Street. Maybe they did. Wait a minute, what side of Columbia Street? You said 137? What was that? 100 Columbia Street. Okay, so you're one block off of. Oh, so you're further in, because you're one block off of. I'm not sure what you orthopedic is, but I know where Columbia Street is, and I know where 100 would be. It's one block off of Orange Avenue. The next block off of Orange Avenue. That's where my sister was born. It was over there at Orange Memorial Hospital. Now they got all kinds of weird names to it. Thank anyone who's here. If you want to click the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, I appreciate it. I'll definitely be going live tomorrow at 7. Who knows what I might draw. Here I didn't even bother to pull out the word box. But folks do seem to like it when I draw critters. So I'm drawing critters right here. And I like drawing critters. I just don't draw enough cats, I think. We'll figure out somewhere to do a live. Could go to the Mount Airy Library. Hope we can do it there. I wonder if AJ would let us use the funeral home. I could be coming alive from a casket. Well, live, I would start off live in the casket, and at the end, it'd be over. I think that's a good idea. I think that'd be a fun broadcast. The beginning and the end. Why I should have done the lines like this. Always try to move your lines in the direction your character. Oh, he doesn't have a tail. Always do your lines in the direction the characters are going. Did I do that? No. You know who probably would put up with me if they remember me is over at the Mayberry Antique Mall. Or we could go over to the Derby. I'm definitely going to the Derby. Actually, you know what? When I meet my elementary school art teacher, if she's available to do that, we're going to meet at a place called Glenn's, which is a diner. And we used to 36 years ago, we were playing with all kinds of video stuff. Ooh. What was an old hotel? Hold on one thing. Let me get something here. I got. Yes, I have a lot of. Whoopsie. Hold on, I'm looking something up because now 32806. What? Computer's going slow as molasses. Oh! Oh, I know exactly where you are. Because you know what? When I was in, yeah, you're, so this old hotel now has offices in it? It's a motel. Or is it, yeah, all the white cars. Ted says, we're so boring in this state, this country. Everything's, here we go, I see the name of it. Aspire. Oh, that walkway. Yeah, I used to, for some reason I used to park here. When I was over at, I was working at City Hall, I was also interning over at Orange Memorial in the graphics department. For some reason I used to park in that parking lot. That was when it was empty. I don't remember why. That was before all this nonsense got built. Okay, I can answer Moses Supposes question. Yeah, very great. Why don't we have color? Why? You look at, I'm sorry, it's because Shay White's here. But if you look at the UK in pictures, you don't see those boring colors. Even when they were doing the estates back in 50 years ago, they were still putting some color to them. We're doing everything gray and white and black is so boring. I see the color of some of the signage Orange Memorial's using, but that ain't much. So that's the first thing I'm going to recommend. Put color in your work. So, yeah, I have a lot of I have a lot of recommendations. First of all, I've been doing this professionally for 47 years. So this is the UK, obviously, because I have them driving the wrong way, or the right way. Who could be looking for a? Maybe it's a bug. I haven't drawn a bug. Well, when did I last just draw a bug? I've been drawing 47 years. First thing to do is you got to learn how to draw things realistically to know how to draw them cartoon-wise. I've been drawing since I was little. That elementary school art teacher I mentioned, hopefully I'll get some video with her. I really like to do that. That's a great idea. Nancy Engel, she is the reason I'm drawing today. She's the best teacher I ever had in elementary school. I'm sorry our friend Melissa Busby did not have her because she was at the wrong school. Because Missy could have just, wow, I can't even begin to imagine what could have come from Missy with someone like Mrs. Engel around. Because Missy's more of a real art type, I'm not. I'll put something in his hand, maybe he's got a suitcase. I don't know why. But Mrs. Engel's still full of vim and vinegar, but I definitely would like to get some video with her. I did a video at when I stayed at her place 3 years ago. Again, I should have done the shadows the other way. Yeah, but yeah, it's just, well, this is one, I used to do caricature, so I was drawing a lot. I was a political cartoonist, so I had to turn things around really, really fast. And I started at 16, so I learned how to draw. I was already drawing fast, but then I really sped up, and I was drawing with a dip pen, of which I had handy. Now I don't. Do I? Nope. Don't have one handy. I kept stabbing myself with it. I don't know where I put it. It's over there. Anyway, but a dip pen into a bottle of ink and drawing on plastic on an overhead projector that was incredibly hot. Usually my hand was red because it was getting burned by the overhead projector, with hundreds of people waiting to have a caricature done. I think they were $2 each or something. This was back in the 70s. So I was drawing one after the other, after the other, after the other. You start to get pretty good when you're drawing that much at such a young age. So that's how that was very helpful. And then I later became a political cartoonist, again, having to turn work around within hours. And then I was known to be able to turn things around fast, so I got projects that were expected to be done very quickly. Most couldn't. Today it's even worse. Today they just go to AI and ignore me entirely. But advice is I'd have to see what kind of work you do, and you can I don't know. Can you just send it here? You can connect to my Facebook page and send it to me. Take a look at it. I give you some pointers. Some ideas. I do it here, whatever. And you can see now Shea White it draws too, but see, I believe thick and thin lines are very important, which I have here. It helps give depth, and depth's imperative to tell the story. Drawing, photography, poetry, writing of any sort, whatever. You're telling stories. That's your main goal. No, nothing else matters. All people talk about emotion today. Forget emotion. Doesn't matter. Tell your story. You tell your story, you're going to have a better drawing. If you're going to worry about emotion, you're going to have a bunch of goo all over the place. We have to bring it up on our phones together. Is that right? You're seeing on your TV. Yeah, Andrea Kaczynski was doing that too. But she was I don't know how she was commenting. The caricature is how I found them. Yep, that's true. And I've got some caricatures to do, and I was starting to set up for that today, but I got off track by the political stuff's building up, and I got some phone calls with questions today, and there's some stuff happening, and Bobby Williams is going to be over this way. I'm gonna go see him again, because if I haven't seen him enough, he's gonna wonder what the heck I'm doing way out here. He's out. He's going to be at some ranch that does that Wagyu beef, It's at the Alabama-Florida border. There is no city nearby. Actually, the nearest city is a tiny little thing called Florala, which is the Florida, Alabama. It's a little teeny thing on the Alabama side, and it doesn't look like it has but a few hundred people. I don't know why Bobby's going out there. I think he was asked, so he is. But he's not going to get many people, and it's an hour and a half from me. But I'm going to go. That's, I think, next week. I did not till I was doing this did I realize that I'm going to be gone for so much. Does this look okay? See, this. I don't feel things are grounded here, and that's because I should have done pencil first, but I'm not doing pencil. That's the whole idea. So why I'm doing this is I used to do caricature. I've had it with the human race, so I'm not doing caricature except studio. And I want to keep my head going so I can do improv. Like that's what all caricature was. All caricature's improv. And this is my way of doing improv. And yes, I have to think a lot. It's about your brain. As the other thing I always say is, my mother would take my sister and I to the Orlando Public Library once a week. My drawing has a lot more to do with how much I read than drawing. So read, read, read. Understand storytelling. If you don't, you will have trouble drawing, and you'll wonder why. Why can't I draw this? You don't know it. You can't draw it, can you? You can draw what other people draw, but you won't be able to draw. True, true. See, I'm not good with cars. I don't know cars. I don't understand cars. I don't like cars. So that's why my cars look bad and my little critters will look good. I like critters. Thank you very much. Feeling and emotion has nothing to do with storytelling. Feeling emotion is like having machine guns. What was the other fellow asking about? Or I made some joke about the guns. Violence, emotion, all the same thing. So if you have a lot of that, you don't have anything. A lot of the movies today are a combination of emotional garbage and violent garbage. None of that tells a story. Your story has a beginning, a middle, and end. So poetry too, you need to think that through. And then if you think that through, you will have a solid illustration, story, poem, photo, whatever. Think it through. It all should connect. I mean, I'm thinking these two guys are, for some reason, taking, I don't know where the hell they're going. See, this would be a better drawing if I knew where the hell they were going. Does that make sense? Well, no, I admit it's not great. It's okay. Because I put cars in it, I didn't draw them well. It's Cadillac, as Moses supposed mentioned. I guess. Weird. I'm just not good with cars. Because I don't like them. So if you like cars, draw what you like, too. Don't draw things you don't like. If you don't like horses, don't draw them. They're the hardest critter out there to draw. I think what else I can draw a bench. Nah, maybe I should just leave this like it is. What else should I do? What else have we been talking about? Where am I? 8. Is it 2 or 3? 3. Wow, I had not realized I was having so much going on. I know you love poetry. It knows how your best poetry. Look at Browning. Look at Whitman. They're telling a story. Beginning, middle, end. Don't worry about emotion. Don't worry about violence. If it's part of the story, it'll come out. If it's not, it's not. The sad thing about so much being done today, what was his, Mark Stein put it well, how, he was mentioning a song that was so, Edelweiss, Oscar Hammerstein and Roger's last song they did before Hammerstein died. The intent wasn't to put emotion in it. the intent was to continue the story of the play and to insert that song to show that the Baron, not the Baron, it was Baron, was emotion that not emotionally tied, but he was tied. Germany was part of his life, and he was trying to save his family from the death of Germany, and yet so what represents that? Idolize the flower. So thus the song was about the flower and how it's important the flower is to him. That wasn't getting the emotion; it was telling the story. So does that make sense? And idolize is a song, but it's also in rhyme, thus poetry too, right? All right, where am I? Now I'm in Germany and Russia and Nazis. We were watching TV. Okay, what am I watching? Oh no, I'm gonna. And I'm saying this but Elaine knows this because she writes good poetry. If you find yourself getting stuck with the emotion stuff, that don't stop your poetry. You're probably not doing it right. But it doesn't matter. But you write good poetry. You don't need that stuff. There we go. Oh, another thing I'm doing here is I'm trying to draw mostly happy drawings because everything's so angry for the very reasons we were talking about here. And I'm sick of all that. Come on, guys, we can be happy about things. Right there. Yeah, it never should feel finished. You should have an outline of beginning, middle, end. You know when it ends, and then you know you're finished. hate violent movies too. I think around the time I had my son, I started hating to see violence in media. Well, is your son playing video games? Keep him away. Nothing more, nothing more violent than video games. Nothing. I do not understand why there isn't a monstrous effort like there was in the '90s to get rid of that stuff. Instead, and again, you're not going to ever hear the media tell you how dangerous they are because every single bit of the media has stock and trade in video games. It ain't going to come from them, but you could just see it when you drive around. Look how dark everything is. Why are we supposed to be so angry? Why? I think it's something that hurts my business. I mean, why I'm not really getting much work anymore is because I uh, people don't want happy animals. They want everything angry and mean. Well, of course, what I'm doing here is a big joke, but which will be evident here as I finish this. I was going to put a knife in his hand, but I want to put it. He's got claws. I just feel so bad. I'm so fortunate that I grew up with happy things around me. Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Danny Kaye. I don't know why I was so fortunate to have that happen, but I am so fortunate to have had that happen. I see things with such a humor. Yeah, I did run that new Spider-Man film. I will give him credit. There's actually a semblance of a story, but so I gave it a 7 or 8. But all other ones get 4 3s and 2s and 1s because they're usually just nonstop violence, beginning to end. All the superhero films, all these recent anger films, all that. Golly, I just don't understand. Even ones they're supposed to be comedies aren't. Drama is not. It can have humor in it, but folks will make it drama and comedy as if somehow they're um, autonomous, and they're not. I just don't understand why people need to separate something that obviously would be together. Drama in our lives can have humor and joking. I mean, that's what Neil Simon, that's what Carl Reiner and all were writing so well. Where's your story? Print that out and hang it up somewhere. You're working on some artwork or writing or whatever it is you're creating. Where's your story? And I'll say that something like Shay White could do is add a little bit. Where are all these characters? They're spinning around. Where are they though? I mean, even if you do if you trace it, just something to give a semblance of what's called a sense of place. Now here I've not done that because I admittedly am focusing on. I want people to think what I wrote here. Where okay, here's all this violence. Where's your story? Who cares? Who cares? You got a knife and you got claws out. You want to kill. Where's your story? It's all meaningless. Beginning, middle, end. That's what I gotta say. Have you seen the quiet? Yes, of course. Yeah, well. I mentioned the Shay White. I probably see more British than White has. Um, Favorite program, but I know that's not necessarily British. It was John Ford film with Maureen O'Hara and Wayne. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's a very good movie. Very well filmed. Well, because of you want a sense of place, there it is. I guess that's why you bring it up. The mouse is wise. This one is a tiger. But having a sense of place is so important, and that's true for you too, Elaine. When you're writing some poetry, where are whatever it is you're writing, and are you getting that in there? And it should be in there. And this is because I'm being uber focused to this. If I was coloring this, this would all be darker. So this would be light. So I'm trying to get you to see this. I want you to see there's the blade and the claws. I was going to put a gun in his hand, but you get the idea. Where's your story? Because really, this doesn't matter. I'm not saying emotionally. It doesn't matter. I mean, either this matters or that matters, but they don't connect. There's nothing that ties them together. Why? So that's the problem. Why is he going after him? And most of your films today are what used to be called chase films. Something's happening and they're all going after the one for whatever reason. That's rotten storytelling, rotten filming, rotten everything. And there's no way you're going to make that good. Not if you start off, your first 5, 10, 15 minutes is all about chasing, you're done. You shouldn't even be doing the film. All right, I'll stop. Well, I read a lot. Well, I've read so far. I'm way behind. I'm trying to catch up. I've had to move twice, and I've got a lot coming up here in the next few weeks, which I was thinking about. I may fall even further behind. I'm still have a goal of 300 books. I'll be 150 books. I have 67 read as of now. I read a lot. That's my family's been teaching English and literature in Florida for about 120 odd years. Yep, you betcha. And from this latest move, which Elaine knows how I am about books, I have very few books here at this point. And when I come into the area, that's something I'm going to be bringing back with me, or some books, as I feel I have some, very few. I just didn't have room. And my problem is I can't bring too much with me because I'm going to have to take it back. And I've got to have room, but I'm seeing I'm going to probably have to make 2 trips when I finally leave here, which will probably be in another month and a half or so. We'll see. But yeah, and don't watch recent films. Watch older films. Watch films from the 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Again, I like happy stuff. I like things that have comedy. I love a good Preston Sturges film is well worth the time. Anything written by anything that has George S. Kaufman's name, The Man Who Went to Dinner, hilarious film. It's just brilliant. The work that Hart and Kaufman did there is just brilliant. All making fun of someone. Actually, I've got one of his books here, which is Alexander Wolcott, one of the Algonquin Round Table. Love that stuff. And I've stopped drawing. Can you see this? Oh gosh, this thing's falling. All right, I did something here. I'm going to have to work on this. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's here. All right, I can keep drawing, but I don't know what. Thank you all for being here. If you get a chance, do a thumbs up, or if you want to subscribe, thank you. Cameron, what I would suggest is that you, if you can, send me some of the artwork you're doing, whatever it may, or your son, or I'm not sure who you were asking about, now that I think about it. And I've got some drawings I need to do. I'm going to do some watercolor, little critters. I thought I was actually going to start that today, and it looks like I'm not. And here's a kitty. I haven't drawn a kitty in a while. Hold on, let me get. I'm about to order some more of these. I better, because that one's running out of ink. Any of you all commenting want to add a link to your work, which Shay White will not be doing? Oh. Yeah, read some of the great writers and get the idea of storytelling. The great books. Did I go blank? What's going on here? Hold on, something went wrong here. Let me get live. There's something weird happening on my screen. I don't have mine online, so there's nothing to link to. I know you don't. Well, you need to get another book out. Elaine's got a book of poetry I highly recommend. You can find it on Amazon. I don't have mine. Okay, I like this, Kate. Thank you. My drawings are on my channel. They organize. Well, can you, if you want, post a link to your. White has a place here if you can find it. I've asked Shay White to post it many times. Won't do it, but it's there has a channel. If you have a channel, post your link. If you're in the chat, if you're chatting. And thank you all for being here too. And because there's people here, I'm sticking around. As Shay White knows, I'll leave if there's nobody here. Yeah, the other thing about drawing is what is it you want to draw? Realistically, cartooning, graphics. I just thank you. Anything that's not AI, that's good. I don't know if that was a link. I'm the only millennial. I don't know. I'm not anything. I don't fit any of the category. I'm just a Florida cracker trying to survive. Tuxedo cat. I will leave this. Okay, Shay White. Oh, because Shay White's in England, so it is about we're Shay. It's about 5 hours to the UK, but in his case, it seems like extra half hour. He's off toward on the Thames somewhere, not far from there, or the not the Thames, but not too far from the Straits there, across from Belgium and all. All right, where am I? 6:58. Oh wow, look at all the people here. Thank you, thank you. Well, I've been using technology now since 1985. I started using what we now call Photoshop. So technology I'm pretty familiar with, which is why I don't feel bad when I say I don't really try to talk not in favor of it. I don't know what this kitty is welcoming anyone to. You can also think of the suit. Not necessarily it's a tuxedo, a white tuxedo, a white sport coat, and a whoa, Mr. Smith. Whoa. I like hats. Now what else can I put in here? A pink carnation. Yes, I'm sorry. I was just screwing up. I try to use Procreate. I don't know if that was a link. If what was a link? It is. Oh, it may not show up. There's something here on. There's something here on YouTube where you can't. Maybe you can't put on a link. Let me know. I think I put a link on here. Or I was trying to for something. There we go. Here, let's see what this is. as is well known, I don't promote myself well at all. But here is my Fine Art America page. Did that go? Yeah, that went. If you're putting a link up, let me know. And if it doesn't show up, I don't know what. It may be a YouTube thing, because I don't think it's something I set up. It's something they do, whatever that may be. I don't know what to do here. Let's see. I can do something else. Some of y'all are still here. I like the idea of a book. I figure on the 20th, it'll probably be my half brother and I go on. Maybe Frank. I think he's going to get out of jury duty. No, I don't have to only draw mice. There's a mouse with a giant ear. You can check the post part of YouTube to see the drawing I did yesterday, which was interpreting Art District 4 County Commissioner race candidates, as critters. And since they're almost all are friend, all but one is really a friend, I figure they wouldn't mind. And there's the mouse. How about that? All right, well, that's enough. And we're hitting the 7 o'clock. That's an hour. I should be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Not sure about Wednesday. I've got a meeting to go to. It's in the morning, but I may hang around that area of Okaloosa County for a bit. Or I may get back here in time. We'll see. Then back probably Thursday. So I'm trying to do these 7 o'clock ones. I'm trying to keep my hand going. So let's see what comes next. Did a bunch of drawings here. Did this. Did that. Whatever that is. It's really hard to identify that as a mouse. And then, where's your story? All right, thank y'all for being here. I should be here. What is he reading? He's reading the memoirs of Dorothy Parker, because Dorothy Parker was someone who wrote all the time. In some way, form, or fashion was depressing, even though I love her work. All right, I'll see y'all later. Elaine, I'll maybe see you on the 20th. I'll get more details as I get closer. Take care. Y'all have a good night. I should be back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. If you get a chance, thumbs up, subscribe. Thank you. Good night.